This is a video chart for Rusoro Mining Company, stock ticker RML.V, brought to you by allpennystocks.com and Baystreet.ca, with technical analysis from myself, Brendan, at 123learntotrade.com. Right now we're taking a look at the 5-minute intraday chart of Rusoro Mining RML.V, and we can see that there is a little bit of a downtrend in place. However, we can see that price is stalling up and we have two areas of support developing. The first area being right here on the 22-cent area, and the second area being right here on the 23-cent area. So we can see that price broke below this area and subsequently broke right back above on rising volume. And we can see that once again it broke below and once again broke back above on slightly rising volume here. So what this tells me is that this 22-cent area, there are several buyers that exist here, and they are kind of nibbling up any supply that comes into the market and driving price back above this 22-cent area. So at least for the short term here, we should see this 22-cent area act as a very strong area of support. I think we need to zoom out though to get the bigger picture of this stock on the daily chart and understand exactly what's going on here. So I'm just going to take away these lines to remove a little bit of clutter. And we can see that we are in a longer term downtrend here, which is shown through the stock continually putting in lower highs and lower lows. However, what is very encouraging here is the fact that we see price running into this very strong area of support, which is this area right out here. And that area exists right around the 23-24 cent area. So that's that area we just talked about. And if I zoom in a little bit here, we can see that we actually did break below that area on this encounter right here. However, what's happening is we can see that what we're going to do is we're going to focus on these individual 3 candles here. And we can see that this candle is relatively large in size but has relatively lower volume. Now we can see that this other candle here is about half the size of this first one but has about twice as much volume. So what that signifies to me is that there's some sort of other force stepping into the market here at this area. If price could previously move lower on lower volume, that shows that the sellers were in control and they were not encountering any buyers. However, what we see here is we see price trying to move lower on rising volume, yet price stopped moving lower and it's failing to break below this area again. So what that kind of shows is that there are buyers at this area that are fighting it out with the sellers. And really, it's a good spot for the buyers to take control because we are at this major area of support right here. So this is kind of what we look to see for a basic fake out play, which is, if price is breaking down, a lot of traders are assuming it's going to continue to follow through. However, what can also develop is what we call a fake out, where price breaks below an area of support and then subsequently breaks back above. And given the fact that we see this rising volume and we also see the smaller candlestick size, there is a good chance that this could be a fake out scenario as the buyers are showing us that they have some strength in this area. So we're going to zoom back out one more time and just take a look at this. And again, that is the major area of support is this area right here. So what I'm looking to see is some sort of fake out develop as price is stalling up in this general area of support here. Now let's zoom out one more time and take a look at the weekly chart for this stock and see exactly what's going on in the weekly chart so we can get a much better feel for that. Now once again we can see the same area of support transferred over. And we can see that price has been relatively high in the past, so there is room for price to move upward, and we do have this area of support which is basically like an all-time low here. So we can see that this stock is on the relatively lower range right now, followed by a very large down move. However, we can see what happened here with this down movement is price hit this area of support and subsequently reversed. And we can see once again that we're doing something similar where we hit this area of support. We can only assume that since this was a prior area of support and there was demand in this area, that once price re-encounters this area, we can only assume that there is still demand in this area, which is why these areas of support and resistance work so well. So what we're looking for is we're looking for the steam in this down movement to kind of run out in this area, which, like I said, it very well may be occurring because of the fact that we see this rising volume, yet we see this smaller candlestick movement to the downside. So again, we have this area of support right here at the 24, 25 area, and we also have a secondary area right at the 22 area. So again, if you are kind of like a bottom feeder or you're looking to get into a price movement that has the potential to really turn around to the upside, this could be a good position for you. Of course, I can't give you specific advice on that from a financial standpoint, but a lot of traders are bottom feeders. They like to look for stocks that are lower, that are right at some sort of area of support, so they have kind of a lower risk entry. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here is that I don't see too much more room to the downside for price to really run in terms of technically looking at this stock. So once again, this was a video chart for Rusoro Mining, stock ticker RML.V, brought to you by allpennystocks.com and Baystreet.ca, and technical analysis was done by myself, Brendan from 123learntotrade.com. If you have any questions about this chart or any of the charts that you see here, I do offer a video course on my website that talks all about my technical analysis strategies and how I actually analyze my specific entries in the stocks that I trade. So once again, that course is available at 123learntotrade.com. Remember that these are only 123learntotrade.com's interpretations of Rusoro Mining stock chart. As always, investors are encouraged to do their own due diligence and consult with a financial advisor prior to making any investment decisions. Past performance is not in any way indicative of any sort of future results. Thank you for viewing this chart, and again, if you have any questions, I can be contacted at 123learntotrade.com. Good luck with your trading.